Welcome everybody. We have Naomi Osaka. We'll take questions in English first. Who has the first question?
Naomi, hi. How do you feel about your game on the grass heading into this Wimbledon compared to last year?
Well, I feel like I played a lot of good matches on grass this year. And compared to last year, I feel more comfortable. And last year, I've never been here before, so now I kind of know where things generally are. So I feel better this year.
What do you consider the biggest challenge in playing on grass?
I would just say sometimes the ball bounces a bit weird. But other than that, I think everything's pretty fun.
Do you like the quietness and calm of Wimbledon, or do you prefer the more chaotic, louder events?
I didn't know this was quiet and calm. I can see what you're talking about, but for me, like, since I haven't really been here so many times, my memory isn't really too certain on like what I'm sort of expecting. So I guess I can go either way.
Naomi, your match with Venus here last year, do you ever think back about that match? And if you do, like, what do you think is the biggest thing you learned from it?
Yeah, I was thinking about that match when I was playing in Nottingham because it was the last grass court match I played. And I just remember that I played really well and she just played super amazing, and I thought that was like one of the matches when I was a little kid I wanted to play against her on grass court. So yeah, for me it was a really amazing experience, and I kind of want to play like that again and play one of them again.
What does wearing whites, which is unique to Wimbledon now, mean to you?
Well, I normally wear black, so for me, when I had to start wearing white, I thought I looked really weird. But yeah, it's really special, I think, for a tournament to have that kind of rule and for everyone to, like, respect that. I think it's really cool, and when you go outside and you see everyone wearing white, then you sort of know, like, you think, oh, it's Wimbledon and stuff, so.
I don't think you've played your first round opponent before, but obviously she has a very unique style, and she's the kind of player where you really need to be very calm on the court to deal with all her shots. So what are you going to tell yourself ahead of that match to kind of make sure that she doesn't drive you? She drives some players crazy, so.
I guess I'm just gonna think what you told me.
You're welcome.
Yes, thank you. Yeah, for me, I tend to try to stay within myself. I don't really let other people's games bother me too much. I just try to do what I'm supposed to do. So hopefully that works out, and I'll try not to get frustrated or anything.
What's your most unusual pre-match routine, ritual, or superstition?
I don't really think I have something unusual. I have to listen to the same song on going onto the court, but I think that's pretty normal for people. So like in Indian Wells, I was kind of getting tired of the song that I was playing because I had to keep listening to it before I played my match. But other than that, there's nothing really too crazy that I do.
So what was the song, and why is it that you listened to that one?
Because I was winning. The song, I think it was Big Shot, Kendrick Lamar. Okay.
And have you changed since then? Is it a new song now for you?
Yeah, of course I had to change because I lost. So every time you lose, you have to change the song that you're listening to. But yeah, it's changed a lot. That's kind of sad, but it has.
What is the song for Wimbledon 2018 for you?
Um, I think it's either gonna be from Beyonce's new album or from Drake's new album, but I didn't choose yet.
Naomi, being at Wimbledon and having Sasha, does he bring any different perspective? You can rip on him if you want. I don't care.
Sorry, it's just I don't know why everything he does is so funny to me. Like we have this ongoing joke that I tell him he's like a TV series. So like every time he does something, I'm like, oh, a new episode of Sasha TV or something like that. But I mean, literally every time someone asks me about him, I can't really say anything negative. Like, he's such a nice person and he's always bringing such positive vibes. And he's always like, sometimes he turns red because I know he wants to tell me something, but he wants me to figure it out. So I really appreciate him for that.
Is there anything about Sasha's coaching that has surprised you?
I don't want to be mean. But I don't know why, when I first met him, I sort of didn't really expect him to be a good coach. I'm sorry. Because like, I didn't know if I was just gonna hit with him or if he was just actually gonna tell me, like, if he knew what he was talking about. But yeah, in the end, he knew what he was talking about. He's totally gonna be mad at me for this.
Him at the end, so it ends
Oh
well.
yes, he's a super amazing person, super incredible.
Any more questions in English?
What are your thoughts about what Serena Williams is trying to do to come back and win Wimbledon as a mom?
I mean, everyone sort of knows this already, but she's my favorite player. And I wouldn't have played without seeing her play, and I think it's really amazing because I was able to play her in the second tournament she came back, and for me it's one of the best tennis moments of my life. So yeah, if even to have a chance to play her again, I would be really like honored. So I'm like, when I see that she's coming back, I think it's really good.
She was one of your favorites growing up. Do you still find yourself rooting for her when she's out on court and you're watching?
Yes, yeah, of course.
What do you make of her getting the 25th seed?
Well, I mean, for me, I don't know how to explain. Like, since I'm so much like, I love her so much. Like, like I think it's the tournament is they have the decision, right? So if she can get that, and for her to be so good, then I think it's okay. But I don't know what I'm talking about, so I don't think you should care about my opinion.
Okay, do we have any questions?
You had an abdominal injury, and it seems like it's been an issue for a while. Are you good at like managing injuries and maybe stopping when you need to stop and not overplaying?
Yeah, I mean, I've had this like 3 times. I think this might be the 3rd time or 4th. But yeah, I mean, I know when it starts, and before I used to try to play through it, but then it just made the healing process really bad. So I feel like now I'm sort of more accustomed to knowing when to stop and just trying to figure out how long it's going to take for me to start playing again. So it's kind of bad, but I feel like I'm a professional at like seeing if I'm injured or not.
A lot of players say that they'll play through injuries, even people like Djokovic who have been on tour forever. Why is it so difficult to stop, you think?
Well, when you're playing, it doesn't feel as bad as it is, because I think there's like adrenaline and stuff, and you can call the trainer on court and they'll give you painkillers. So, and also you really don't want to lose no matter what. I feel like that would be the main reason.
Okay, can we take any questions in Japanese, please?
Thank you.
サーシャと取り組んでいるその試合でのポジティブな試合の姿勢はグラスコートでよりこういいプレーにつながるように思うんですけど、大坂さんはどのようなこう期待、グラスコートでの期待というか、そのポジティブな部分がいい方向に行くっていう期待をしていますか？
Well, I mean, for me, I think if I'm positive no matter what, I play well in the end anyways. So, I mean, he's telling me how to play too, but for me, the main thing that I take away from him is the positivity, and I'm trying to apply it whenever I'm on the court because I tend to be a little bit down on myself anyways. So, yeah, I think that's the main thing I'm trying to apply during the grass season.
怪我の回復具合とこっちに来てからの練習はどれくらいできてますか？
Like how many times have I practiced, or
Or maybe like 100% or 80%?
cause
In
okay,
terms of-
in general, well, today it was sort of more like a test for me today, and I didn't feel any pain or anything playing, so that's really good. And tomorrow I think I'm gonna try to serve like full. So.
Any further questions?
マイケル・ジャクソンのミュージカルはどうでしたか？
Ah, it was really fun. There were a lot of songs that I knew, so I was really happy about that. But they didn't play my favorite song, so I was kind of sad. But it was really fun.
Which one is your favorite song?
What is it called? I think it's Rock My World. The beginning's like doons, doons, doon, and then it goes. I'm sorry. No, I think it is called Rock My World.
Okay.
大塚さん、去年は初めてのウィンブルドンで3回戦まで行って、で去年のそのウィンブルドン以降ずっと必ず3回戦以上4大大会で行ってるんですけど、サーシャと一緒にこのウィンブルドンではどれくらいまでとかっていう目標とかってありますか？
Well, I think the goal is always to win. For sure, I wouldn't want to go into a tournament just to say, this time I want to go to the fourth round. I mean, that's always on my mind a little bit because I feel like I've been to the third round and I haven't really passed it. I've only done that once. But I want to try to take it one match at a time. I know that the people I'm playing against, they're the best in the world, and I can't, like, underestimate anybody. But yeah, for sure the goal isn't to stop at the third round this year.
さっき相手のニクレスクのことについて話してましたけど、スライスをものすごく使ってくる選手で、芝はスライスが特に大きなプレーになってくると思うんですけど、そういう選手、スライスに対してはどういうふうにプレーをしようとじっくりやるのか、それとも自分からアタックしていくのか、どんな感じでイメージしてますか？
Well, for me, I think it's a little bit of both. You can't really let the person slicing dictate the entire point. But you also don't want to just start hitting everything. So I think it's just you have to wait for your chance and then go.
日本含めて、サッカーで盛り上がってるんですけど、大阪さんは興味ありますか？サッカー知ってる選手とか。
I'm sorry. I watched the last one against Poland, and I know that they qualified to go in, but I don't really watch the World Cup. Sorry.
自分の CM がサッカーと一緒で話題になってるの知ってますか？半端ないっていうやつ、日清の CM。
Oh, I think I saw that. I didn't know that though. はい、すごく。
Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you. ありがとうございます。